Nothing to worry about. At least this bit will hold us up no problem. Right? Cheshire, you can swim? I'll pass. I don't want to get my hair wet.
Cereza, thank Sheba you're safe.
Morgana's projection appeared before her once again. She seemed relieved.
Cereza, you look different. Did something happen, my dear?
Morgana! I defeated a giant monster! You should have seen it!
Unable to contain her childish glee, Cereza explained how they had taken down the Jabberwock.
It is a miracle you escaped unscathed. I thought I told you to find a safe place and stay put. But I must admit, I am surprised. Perhaps you have grown more than I thought.
Words of praise from Morgana were as rare as igloos in Inferno. It took all of Cereza's willpower not to jump for joy.
I believe you're ready for more powerful magic techniques. They will allow you to draw out the true strength of your familiar. Listen, Cereza. I have begun my preparations to get you out of that forest.
What?
The strength of the fairy magic that protects Avalon is immense. It will require an equally powerful spell to break. I have begun my incantation, but it will take until dawn to complete. You must survive until then.
Yes, ma'am.
Skill at controlling a demon determines one's worth as a witch. Remember this if you hope to take on any more monsters in that forest, and live to tell the tale.
After Morgana's spectre had vanished, Cheshire let out an angry growl.
Oh, Morgana always talks like that. Don't worry, I know you're not just some kind of weapon. But it wouldn't kill you to listen to my advice once in a while.
Cheshire snorted in response.
Oh, you're hopeless.
And with that, Cereza's good mood disappeared as quickly as it had come.
My, you managed to defeat the ferocious Jabberwock. It's hard to believe you were the same girl who I found sobbing all alone in a dark nightmare. You truly have grown strong.
Really? Thanks. You know, you still haven't told me your name.
I am Lucaon. And you?
I'm Cereza.
Cereza. What a lovely name.
Lucaon, who are you? Why are you doing so much to help me?
I am trapped deep in the heart of this forest by a powerful curse. But as a witch, I believe you have the power to break that curse. What's more...
What is it?
Your dream. You long to save your mother, don't you? That particular sorrow is one I know all too well.
You are also trying to find your mother, aren't you?
Yes. Even after countless moons, my mother still waits for me outside the forest. I want to go to her, to dry her tears. Cereza, please break my curse. If you destroy the final elemental core and come to the heart of the forest, my dream, our dream, will become a reality. We can leave this forest together. I will help you save your mother, and we can all live as families once again.
Lucaon, I understand. I'll do my best. I want to know more about you. There is so much we have in common.
I feel the same way. I have never met another who understood my pain, shared my dream.
Another meeting with Lucaon. Remembering the dream sent Cereza's young heart aflutter. Cheshire noticed Cereza's flushed cheeks and stared at her inquisitively.
Oh, it's nothing. Anyways, there is something I should explain while I have the chance.
Cereza told Cheshire the reason she had entered Avalon Forest. Lucaon appearing in her dream, her quest to save her mother, and the power she was promised that waited at the heart of the forest. Cheshire was speechless. Entering the forest based on a half-remembered promise from a boy in a dream?
I know what it sounds like, but it's all coming true. The elemental cores were just as Lucaon said, right? These are more than mere dreams.
If he did not return to Inferno soon, Cheshire would surely die. The thought that he was chasing the whims of a love-struck child sent his blood boiling with rage. If I don't make it back to Inferno, the last thing I do in this miserable world will be tearing you limb from limb, roared the furious demon.
Lucaon could teach you a thing or two about how to talk to a lady. Nothing. Come on, let's go find that core.
Cereza and Cheshire came across a pool where lily pads stretched as far as the eye could see. Just how long would it take for this many to grow? They stood in awe of the forest's diligent workings.
Stop it! Cheshire, over here!
Well, who do we have here? Frankly, I'm surprised you've made it this far. You even took care of a monstrous Jabberwock, violent even by fairy standards. I never expected a witch to come along and beat him. And you've destroyed another elemental core. But you don't seem happy. You're not hurt, are you?
No, we're fine. Hey, how about telling us where we can find the last elemental core? You know, don't you?
Miss, I've often said hurrying will get you nowhere.
You sound like my teacher! Come on, don't hold out on us!
Dear, dear. The final elemental core is in a particularly tricky part of this forest. Inside a fortress where only the most malicious of the fairies reside. No one who has entered that fortress has ever made it out. Still sure you want to go?
Oh, we'll go all right. I'm a witch, and I'm way stronger now than when I set foot in this forest.
We can hope. But with your teamwork, maybe you don't have much to worry about. I'm tired of those cruel fairies myself. I'm hoping you can show them what's what. Hello?
Oh, I'm exhausted. Let's take a break. Wrong way! Prepare yourselves! even control the elements. Pathetic.
Cheshire was having a grand time steering the lily pad every which way.
Cheshire, slow down! I'm soaked! I told you to go slow!
Cereza.
Who's there?
How could this be? Before Cereza stood her mother.
Mummy? Is it really you?
Yes, my dearest Cereza. Come this way. Cereza.
Mummy? Is that you? Mummy?
Come this way.
Mummy, please don't go.
Yes, my dearest Cereza.
Mummy, wait! Mummy, please! I'm coming, Mummy! Don't leave me again!
The shade vanished with a blood-chilling scream that echoed through the trees.
Mummy.
Cheshire's strike had shattered the illusion, but it had taken a frightful toll on Cereza. She collapsed to her knees, her mother's final screams still ringing in her ears. Cheshire glanced down at Cereza. He told her to hurry and get a move on, but the tears would not stop. Come on! If I hadn't dealt with that shade, you'd be face down at the bottom of that cliff! With each passing moment, the demon became increasingly annoyed.
Cheshire! How could you? How could you do that to her?
Unable to take Cheshire's abuse any longer, Cereza leapt to her feet. Behind her tears, Cereza's eyes burned with fury. I save you, and this is the thanks I get. Maybe if you weren't so helpless, I wouldn't need to fight all your battles. Cheshire was not about to back down.
Why am I not surprised? I wouldn't expect a demon like you to understand anyway. And just so we're clear, you say I'm weak, but you can't survive without me either, remember?
Look at you! You wouldn't last 5 minutes in this forest without me! Their fight was quickly reaching its boiling point. Then came the straw that broke the demon's back.
Don't forget who summoned you here! Why don't you just behave like a proper demon and do as I say?
Cheshire's eyes narrowed. For a second, he was quiet. Cheshire broke the silence with a threatening growl.
I wish I'd never summoned you! Good. That's it. We're through.
Cereza's final words echoed off the trees. Then all was still.
We need a rest. I can get through this forest fine by myself. I'm not scared.
An odd structure appeared out of the gloom, towering before Cereza.
Cereza, you can do this on your own. You don't need anyone's help. If I'm not careful, I'll be burnt to a crisp. There could be fairies anywhere. I've got to keep quiet.
Cereza was on her own this time. How was she going to get out of this pickle? Cereza had certainly grown stronger since entering the forest. But even so, making her way alone was proving more difficult than expected. If only Cheshire were here.
No, I'm better off without that beast. I can make it through this forest myself.
Cereza heard a familiar voice. It was Cheshire. Injured, he was fleeing from a group of fairies.
Not my problem.
Somehow, Cereza had made it through. Solo adventuring was turning out much more difficult than she had anticipated. The optimism she had right after splitting up with Cheshire was long gone. Speaking of Cheshire, Cereza couldn't help remembering him. A colossal iron structure stood before her eyes. It was a fort built by the fairies. Cereza once again spotted Cheshire. Incapacitated by his wounds, he was surrounded by fairies.
What has he gotten himself into now? Nope, not going to worry about it.
But before she knew what she was doing, Cereza had set off in Cheshire's direction.
I'm just going to take a look. I can't let anything happen to my stuffed cat. Who is he talking to?
The fairies had captured Cheshire. Within their ranks was one regal-looking fairy who stood out from all the others. He appeared to be talking to Cheshire, but it was too far to hear what he was saying.
What does that fairy want with Cheshire?
The fairies carried him into some kind of fortress.
Cheshire!
Forgetting the peril of her situation, Cereza rushed to follow the fairies into their stronghold.
No good. There must be another way in. You!
The elusive white wolf had appeared right before Cereza. It called out to her before running away.
Where are you going? You know another entrance? Listen, this fortress is crawling with fairies. I think you should sit this one out.
But the wolf just stared at her, showing no signs of moving. "Let's go together," the wolf's determined eyes seemed to be saying to her.
Thanks. You know, to be honest, I was a little scared going alone. Don't tell Cheshire I said that.
And so, Cereza and the White Wolf infiltrated deep into the enemy's stronghold.
Oh, Cheshire. Just what have you gotten yourself into this time?
Oops! I don't think it's supposed to turn that way. Oh well, it works for me.
Within, the fairies seem to be arguing about something loudly.
I don't understand what they're saying. But if I know these fairies, it must be something absolutely nefarious. This reminds me of climbing the clock tower with Sean. She acted so tough, but I knew she was scared. Look at all those fairies! How... Am I going to make it out of here? Yes! This tower just keeps going. Cheshire, where are they taking you? Cheshire! Cheshire!